Want to start selling on Amazon but don't know where to begin? This tutorial will show you a step-by-step guide on how to find profitable products, validate them, and research keywords for your listing using AMZScout tools. I'm Josh Hackett, CEO of EHP Consulting Group. Let's dive in. Okay, so the first step is to find actual profitable products. And to do this, we're going to be utilizing AMZScout's product database tool. It's one of the best tools and the fastest tools to actually find products to launch on Amazon. So if we go to AMZScout, you can actually sign in right here. And then once you're signed in, you should see different tools. And we're going to go to the product research tab. Under there, we've got the product database, and they actually pull millions of products that are actually on Amazon and give you tons of data. We're going to go over this data, but before we do, we want to create filters so we can figure out what products we actually want to launch, right? If you don't want to launch baby items, you shouldn't be just not filtering. You should filter so that way you can find the right niche that you want to launch in. Right? So if we kind of filter it right here, we can do it by different categories, right? So maybe I'm not good at arts and crafts, so I wouldn't click this one, but maybe I like books or home and kitchen, things like that. If you don't know where to start, you can always select all. It's completely up to you. Any keywords you want to include or exclude. Pricing, right? If you want to sell a product that's $5,000, that's all up to you. But I always recommend maybe starting from like $30 to $100 for your first one. And you want to find products that don't have too many reviews, because if you're competing against somebody that has tons of reviews, it may be a lot more difficult to sell. So again, reviews could be somebody that has only 30 reviews, maybe to 200 reviews. That's a good beginner route. And then how much money are the competitors making? You want to sell a product that's making money and has demand, of course. So maybe we could do somebody that's making at least $5,000 a month to $15,000 a month. And then we can kind of go through other settings, but I want to keep it simple in the beginning just so you kind of get a feel for it. So again, I have the filter right here, and you can see I decided to go patio, lawn, and garden because it's so niche and it's so different. And I'm actually trying to renovate my backyard. So it kind of goes hand in hand to see what types of products and then what I would want to buy as a buyer, which makes it easier to sell, right? So again, I'm just going to click find products, and it takes about 20 seconds. Once I click find products, it's going to show me a whole list of different products right here. And if we zoom in, we could see very unique products right off the get. And this is a smart bird feeder with a camera, and it's solar powered, right? Which is actually pretty darn cool. You can actually zoom in right here, right? So I don't even have to go on Amazon right now. I can do it all from the tool and then just kind of write down which ones I'm interested in, right? If I'm interested in this product because it's so unique and you get an HD view of a bird feeder, which is kind of awesome, then you can just click add to favorites. So let me exit out of here really quick. So again, I can just click add to favorites right here, and it's going to add it to my favorites, and I can easily come back here and say, okay, what are the ones that I want to launch? And you want to have multiple, so that way when you go through a full analysis, you can see. We can see the category, the rank. The lower the rank, the better, right? So if you're running a race, rank number 1 means you're the best. Rank number 1,000,000 means you're probably towards the end. And 15,000 is usually pretty good for this category. Each category is different. Now we've got the private label score, and this is an 8. This one, the higher the better. So it's going to be 1 out of 10, and 8 is a pretty darn good score right here. And it's going to tell you can just click on it, and it literally gives you like a breakdown. You will be able to get decent sales even with a low review count. This is a big revenue opportunity, right? And we can see how much money they're making per month. Right now, just this is making $7,000 a month, which is in our range. That's a pretty solid amount of sales. And they're selling it for $64.99. Again, a great product price. And then we have the date of first offering, right? First available, RP, reviews, right? The ratio and how much revenue this seller is making. And we can kind of scroll to the right and see a lot more data, how many sellers there are, right? We don't want to be competing with too many sellers. There's only one. The listing quality score, So this is how can we improve their listing quality score. And it kind of has a breakdown right here. The name length, right? So their title's a little bit short. So if we launch this product, we could probably make it better. Their bullet point count, right? We can see their description length. They don't even have a description. So they're missing out on keywords. Seller type, right? They're actually not doing Amazon FBA, and we always recommend doing Amazon FBA because it increases your sales. Images, so again, you can see their listing quality score right here, and the reviews are overall pretty darn good. We have other actions you can do, so you can add it to a tracker to track them every day, refresh the product data, and this one I love is you can find. So if you're ready to launch this product, you can actually find the manufacturer. So we're gonna click find on Alibaba. So you're gonna click find on Alibaba, and then it's gonna do a product image search, and then it's literally going to find the same exact product or a manufacturer that can create the product for you. Of course, you don't wanna sell the exact same product, but you wanna go through their reviews on Amazon, see what you can do to make your product more unique and better. I don't see a lot of them having 4K. Maybe 4K would be better because birds move a lot, right? So this one is, let's see, it doesn't say, it says 10K, but we gotta really see, but the Wi-Fi is a 2.4G, so maybe you can add this to a 5G. There's a lot of different things you can do to improve, but this is just one of the many products you could potentially launch. And we found this extremely quickly just by using AMZScout's tool. Now, if we wanted to go all in on this product, of course, we want to validate it. So we want to triple check, quadruple check that it is an actual good product. We don't want to put a lot of money into a product and just be like, oh, this is going to work. You know, let's not do any more analysis. No, the data never lies. So that's when we're going to be utilizing the Pro AI extension. And utilizing AI is great because artificial intelligence is not emotional. So they're gonna help you have a logical decision and help you decide, should you actually launch this? What's the benefits? And give you a whole strategic analysis. So you wanna download the Pro AI extension right here. Once you download it, you can actually just click on this and it's gonna take you to the listing on Amazon. Once you're on the listing on Amazon, the Pro AI tool is going to pop up and it's gonna give you a lot of data. So you can run an analysis right here. And again, here's the monthly revenue, here's the sales, the rating, the listing quality score. We already saw that data. But now what we can also do is run this analysis for the product's weak and strong spots. So it's going to review all of their reviews. Obviously, the reviews aren't perfect. It's going to review their negative reviews, their positive reviews, things that you can do when you talk to the manufacturer. You want to see how can you make this product better when you compete, when you launch this product yourself. Right? Because you want to give a better product so that way you can make more sales, sell it for more, and go from there. So this is one of the only tools that I've seen anybody have that has AI built in, right? So again, if you look at other competitors, nobody has a tool with AI built in. But again, this gives you a SWOT analysis. So the strengths, the weaknesses, the opportunities, and the threats. So we can look at the strengths, right? And we want to see what's so good about this product. But most importantly, what are the weaknesses, right? They only have 2 units available. There's a risk of stockouts. That's very interesting. So if they stock out, that's a big problem. Might be considered expensive, limiting the audience to niche buyers. So that's up to you, right? Do you want to sell something that's more expensive? Or maybe like Walmart, if you sell something at a lower price, you're going to generate more sales and make more money in the long term. But you could offer a cheaper item and you could offer a more expensive item, but that's completely up to you. Market expansion, product can be introduced to other markets or regions interested in bird watching. And then there's threats. Other companies could develop similar technology, increasing competition. So again, a lot of different things. And then they have AI product improvement. So again, they're going to be going through the reviews and seeing what they can do to make this product better. And AI is a great tool for this. It's super fast. Okay, so improvement. Introduce an enhanced solar panel option. By offering a more efficient solar panel or an option with advanced solar technology, you can enhance the reliability of the bird. So it just does so much of the hard work for you. When if I was doing this myself, first off, it would take so long just to find this product myself. And then utilizing AI that's built in and makes it so seamless, it makes it extremely easy to be like, hey, can we have an enhanced solar power option that's going to appeal to customers, right? So their solar power, it seems like that's where a lot of the negative reviews are coming from. So if we have an enhanced one that's even better, I think that would be good. And then seeing if you can, optimize these, right? It says 2K, can you do 4K? 3 megabytes on megapixels, can you do 6 megapixels? 2.4G Wi-Fi, which is I personally hate 2.4G Wi-Fi because now all the Wi-Fis in the US are like 5G. So if you could have a 5G Wi-Fi, that would be huge. So that way they can put the bird feeder like pretty far away and they could still see it in HD. But again, overall pretty darn good, and then kind of going from there. But here's the extension as well. This is the Pro AI extension that even does more data. And what you can see again is a lot of different data for launching products, and they have the AI analysis that we just looked through, research tips, suppliers, right? And then you can kind of heart this and go from there. So this is another great tool. You can find it on Alibaba, find it on Google, copy the ASIN. You can get the keywords, look at the product histories sales, which is super important. When does the sales spike, right? So we can see the sales spike a lot during the holiday season. So maybe you're thinking, oh, this is going to do great in the summer when birds are out, but no, this is more of a gift for the holiday season. So just be aware of that if you did launch this product, you want to get it in before the holiday season, right? And this is why this data is so important. And then other than that, they also have built into this AI, which I love, is a product ideas. So if you're like, okay, this is a cool product, I want to find more, you could go back to the tool we talked about before, but you could also click product ideas. Click on that, and then it's going to give you a random product idea. Hover soccer ball for kids. I've never heard of that. This looks awesome. What is it, float? This is cool. I would want this as a kid. So again, other product, 7,000 bought in the past month. Again, I would never ever think about this. So this Pro AI tool can also just relax and just randomly find product ideas, random product ideas, or ready-made trends, or top 100 bestsellers, or new item. There's so many different options here. Hey, if you want dresses, there we go. So we have this dress. So you can just do a random idea. And that's why I do love this tool, because it does so much, right? Like shows you all the analytics, helps you find random products, does the product history, the SWOT analysis, and even helps with a profitability calculation. So let me show you that before we go to the next step. So if we go back to this tool, the Smart Bird Feeder, wanted to do the profitability, which is one of the most important things. You need to make sure it's profitable. We could look at the FBA fees. You click on that, and then you say how much you would be selling your product for. So if we're selling it for $64.99, right? Let's say we're selling a high quality one. It's $99.99, and it costs $30 to make. And let's just say there might be additional fees of, let's say, shipping fees, and it's $5 per unit to ship it to Amazon. Okay, then we can look and we can see our estimated ROI. We can see all of Amazon's fees, right? The fulfillment fee for Amazon to ship it to customers. Let me go back. So again, the fulfillment fee for Amazon to ship it, the referral fee. So just for selling on Amazon, they charge you around 15%. So again, the referral fee, estimated monthly sales, and then estimated monthly profit, which is $4,000. Not too bad in my opinion. And then of course, if we wanted to sell a cheaper model, we could put that in. So let's say the cheaper model is only $49.99. Great, just to test it out. Beginner model, we would say that. It's only $15, same price to ship it. Again, a lot less money, but we could reel people in with the cheaper model, generate more sales, and then upsell them to the top selling model. So again, a lot of different options here for the AMZScout AI tool. And this leads me to step number 3, which is keyword research. So if you're already ready to launch, you've got all the numbers, you talk to the manufacturer that we found on Alibaba right here, and you're ready to ship it in. Now it's time to create the listing, but you need to make sure you have the right keywords. So what keywords are the competitors using? You can look at the keywords right here, but they might not have the best keywords. You want to have the best keywords possible. What are people typing in to find this product? But what we can do first is copy their ASIN, and it usually starts with B as in boy. It's right at the top right here. And then we can go to the keywords and listing. There's a couple really good tools like the Amazon Keyword Tracker, Amazon Keyword Search, and Reverse ASIN Lookup. The Reverse ASIN Lookup is the easiest tool to use, right? So you can just put in one ASIN, and then you can just put in find keywords. And what we can do is we can find the keywords they're using the most. So smart bird feeder. This is getting 12,000 searches a month on Amazon. So it's a no-brainer that we want to have this keyword in our title. We can filter the keywords by the highest to the lowest. So cardinal bird, that's a huge keyword. So if we're targeting people that want a smart bird feeder for cardinal birds, we would want to make sure we put a cardinal bird on the photo. We would want to make sure that we put it in the title if possible, or in the bullet points at least, that this is a great item to track and get videos of cardinal birds. Bird feeder, bird feeders, bird buddy. I would have never thought a bird buddy. Bird feeders with cameras. And we can also see the timeline, when people are searching this the most, right? May for this keyword. So May, there should be a spike in sales. Bird feeder, let's look at the search. And then bird feeder in general is a gift. And you can see in December, that's when it really spikes in search volume, right? And then we can see the average keywords, the cost per click. So if you wanted to run Amazon ads, this is how much the cost per click is. 3 cents is extremely cheap. Imagine you're like, hey, do you want to see, for Google, if someone clicks on your listing or your website and you're only spending 3 cents per click, is usually very good. Compared to the other ones, you can see 74 cents per click will add up really quick. So we can see right now, if we're kind of targeting cardinal birds and we're showing up and we're getting seen potentially 74,000 times, this could be a great keyword to go in, right? And again, the more traffic you get to your listing, the better, okay? So, and then you can see the keyword trend. So this is going up by 83%, which is completely insane. These ones might not be as good, like a deer feeder. You're not gonna wanna put that in if it's not related to your product, right? So you wanna make sure you kind of have a list of the top keywords you wanna be ranking for. What are the top keywords you want in your title, right? You don't wanna keyword stuff your title too much, but you do wanna have some of the top keywords in your title. What about your bullet points? Those are gonna be their secondary keywords. So the other keywords that you don't wanna keyword stuff in your title, you wanna have some secondary keywords, right? Like birdhouse feeder for outdoors, right? This is a great birdhouse feeder for outdoors. Put that in your bullet points. And then we also have the description. So what items can you put in your description that will help it stand out? Again, this product didn't have a description, an actual description behind the text. So we'd want to add that in if it was our product. Next, we have Amazon Keyword Search. So discover thousands of keywords for your product, enhance your listing, and get more buyers through Amazon search results, right? So I'm going to take one of these keywords. Let's do bird feeders with camera. I'm going to copy that. I'm going to do the Amazon Keyword Search. Let me see, bird feeders with camera. And I'm going to click find keywords. And then what we're going to do, and it literally just shows us the exact amount of searches for this, the cost per click, the average keyword sales. So we can see what's going on here. The keyword trend, cost per click. It's pretty nice. Let's just type in bird feeders just to get another view. And then again, it's going to show us even more keywords, because this one, the reverse ASIN lookup tool, it only shows the competitor, what the competitor's keywords are. But of course, we want to have more keywords than the competitor. We want to stand out compared to the competitor. So we want to type in broad keywords and see what else people are typing in. People love hummingbirds, right? So if we had the cardinal and the hummingbird, you can see this one, I know for a fact, is a hummingbird, this purple one. Okay, so put that in your photo. Put great for hummingbirds and cardinals in your bullet points, right? Do they even have the word cardinal? They don't have the word cardinal even in the, I don't know why they didn't put it when it's getting 75,000 searches a month when we looked at that. Do they have the word hummingbird? The reviews have hummingbird, but they don't have, I don't know why they wouldn't put it hummingbird. Here it is. Okay, they do have hummingbird. Okay, so at least they have hummingbird in their bullet point. But again, a lot of these keywords like cardinal, they should be in their bullet points. Soda bottle bird feeders, I never heard of that. Tree hook for bird feeders, that's a good one. Does ours come with tree hooks? How do they put this up? Does it say it comes with tree hooks? Right, so this is something that people are now thinking of, people are typing in, and this is something that you now can add and say ours includes tree hooks. Bird feeder for, we got garden, how many estimated searches, and again, we could filter this by the highest to the smallest, and then just again, see, and then we can go for another broad keyword just to see what else. Best rated bird feeders. Amazon bird feeders, hanging bird feeders, right? Is ours a hanging one? Can it be hanging as well? Again, people have been searching for these. So other keywords that you can add and you can think about, this is what people are typing in on Amazon so you know what they're looking for. Last but not least is the Amazon keyword tracker. So if you want to just stay on top, maybe this competitor, if we're looking back at this competitor, maybe they're adding new keywords every month and we want to know what new keywords are they adding. And we can actually type in their ASIN right here. So copy their ASIN, B, it usually starts with B as in boy, it's at the top. And then go to the Amazon keyword tracker, add product, and then we can add their product and it can track their keywords every 24 hours. So we can see this here, that's the product. And we can see, are their keywords changing? Where are they, how are they ranking for these keywords? How are they doing? So I can just do the top 3 keywords. And then again, it can review their keywords, their price, their rating, just so we can see how they're doing and just keep tabs on them over here, right? You can see we're monitoring some other products, but once this loads, then we can just check out the data and then just look at their keywords, see how their keywords are doing, if it's still good, if they're still ranking for those keywords, are they showing up for page number 1 for those keywords, and just keep, again, tabs on them for the future. Now we do have some additional tools that we haven't gone over, like the quick view, and you can just review different competitor analysis. This is another Chrome extension. And again, you can see very quickly how much money they are making per month. So if we went to Amazon, it would pop up, and let me just show you it really. So if I typed in bird feeder on Amazon and I'm just looking, it's gonna show me a lot of data like the estimated monthly sales, the FBA fees, the margin, the listing quality, and I can even show more and then find a supplier on Alibaba. So again, this is a faster way. If I'm just kind of like looking through a lot of listings, this is a great tool to use. So again, and then we have the stock stats. So again, we can also see, here we go, FBA sellers, FBM, stock stats, Amazon stock level spy to see how much they have left in stock, which could also be a pretty darn good tool. So if I pull up this bird feeder right here, and then I open up the stock stats, it's gonna show me that they only have 5 in stock. This one only has 2 in stock, aka they're running out of stock quick, which is a good idea just to see, hey, how many sales? Let me just triple check how many sales they're getting. When somebody runs out of stock on Amazon, it's super easy for you to take their place and get to page number 1. So if you're seeing people are running out of stock, that's a good sign, and it makes it know that there's a lot of people that want to purchase the product and there's not that much supply. So it's a great item for you to jump in. There's also different types of things like monthly trend reports. So you can get monthly reports for new opportunities created by emerging Amazon trends, plus tips, launching quickly and growing sales. And then you can get different personal mentor calls. So you can get expert guidance for your business with mentor calls. We already went over some different trackers, but there's a product tracker, right? The reverse ASIN lookup, a lot of different tools on here. And the best part is AMZScout, they just keep adding more and more and more. But after all of this, they do have an exclusive offer just for you, AMZScout. And my favorite is you can just go to AMZScout.net, scroll down, and they have the yearly plan with a bundle. Now this includes the free one-on-one mentor call, which is completely invaluable. You get personal guidance for a 30-minute call from a 6 or 7 figure seller. So again, everybody talks about mentors, right? You can read books on this, or you can talk to somebody who's actually done this before. You can come with notes, actual product data, and be like, hey, should I actually launch this product? Right? And they can give you an expert guidance so that way you don't lose money, you make money, right? That's what's super important. And this is for $399 for an entire year. So you just pay it once, you can forget about it. The best part is they do have money back guarantees. So it's not like you have to be like, oh, it's not working for me, I can't do it. Try it out. They do have a monthly bundle and a lifetime, but I always recommend the yearly one first, just because you get it for a full year, you're dedicated, and you're not gonna give up. The monthly one, it's so much more expensive. The yearly one is the best bang for your buck, in my professional opinion. Also, the yearly, you get more searches. So you get the Pro AI extension, everything we talked about, product database, you get to 2,000 searches per month instead of 1,000, 100 products that you're tracking. And trust me, when you're searching through products, and if you meet the limit, it's not gonna be fun. So that's why 2,000 is much more important. Keyword search and product keyword lookup. This is when we're doing that reverse ASIN analysis, looking up different keywords, which is, again, all extremely important. It's invaluable for you to succeed. Keyword tracker, 1,500 keywords compared to 500, right? Then we have the monthly trend reports. This is, again, monthly reports where you can see what's trending right now. So remember fidget spinners? You could find out that's a trending product before anybody else does. And if you were the first one or one of the first ones to launch that product, it was like instant sales. So again, a huge opportunity. 1,000 exclusive Amazon products. Now you can't get this with the monthly, but you do receive 19 of the top 1% profitable products delivered to you weekly. So again, it's gonna make it so easy for you to find a profitable product to launch on Amazon. And making an extra $10,000 a month is a lot of income, in my professional opinion. And it just takes one product to change your life, just like that. Of course, they have the AMZScout seller course. So not only are you having access to this video, but they have a full course of videos to make sure you're getting the best knowledge and a step-by-step guidance to succeed on Amazon. You also get a Get Started Your Guide business guide. So this guide will give you a step-by-step instructions how to start selling on Amazon using AMZScout's powerful tools. I already kind of give you a gist, but the more knowledge you have, the easier this is going to be in the future. And of course, I already mentioned the one-on-one mentor call. If you're calling somebody who's already successful on Amazon, it's gonna be just like 10 times easier to succeed because you get to talk to somebody face to face. And again, I don't know any other tool or any other company that offers one-on-one mentor calls. So you can't beat that. I went through the quick view and the stock stats very, very quickly. But again, this is super important. 500 searches per month. You can get a quick view of all of the product sales data very quickly right on the seller's page. And then stock stats, that's another good one. Not only that, they do have add-ons, and I wanted to show you some of the add-ons really quick. So the add-ons, they have a booster pack for reselling. So if you want to start, reselling is usually the easiest and the cheapest way to start. And that's going to be drop shipping, arbitrage, wholesale. You get that special extension to avoid risky products and maximize your success. So you get another extension that pretty much helps you make sure that if you're doing wholesale, aka let's say you get a Nike as a distributor and you resell Nike on Amazon, you want to make sure you're not getting in trouble and you can sell that brand. And this tool is going to make sure you can. Not only that, if you're like, hey, where do I find a Nike distributor? Where do I find these distributors? How can I get in touch with them? They're going to be giving you a whole supplier list. And I have like a little sheet right here. They gave me this list. This is one of the lists and they keep optimizing it. But it's got all of these different distributors: clothing, home and garden, crafts and supplies, baby items, pet supplies that you can get and then contact them, get the best prices, resell them on Amazon. And this is a list that they haven't been giving out to anybody. This is brand new. So I definitely recommend, this is pretty much going to be the easiest way, I would say, this add-on. So you might as well try it out, especially if they have, a money back guarantee. Now, if you wanted to create your own product, your own brand, you want to be an inventor, this is my favorite, and that's private label. Now, private label is a little bit more expensive. It's a little bit more difficult, but this is my favorite, is becoming an inventor, right? Think about Elon Musk, Einstein. They're all mini inventors trying to figure out new ideas, solutions to problems. Leonardo da Vinci. So you get the AI listing builder, and this tool, where is the tool? So you get the AI listing builder AI listing analyzer, and you saw that having an AI tool can make a huge difference because it's unemotional. So it's just going to be giving you the exact data you need to figure out, should you actually launch this product, or maybe you shouldn't. Maybe you're being too emotional, you're just too excited. So again, another great amount of tools that you're going to be getting for this. Private label supplier list. This is for US and international. This is similar to the arbitrage list, but this one's actual private label people who can make inventions for you. So you can reach out to them. Again, here's a little snapshot. This one's even larger, 45 pages. I can only give you a little sneak peek. I can't show you all of them. But again, clothing, shoes and accessories, office products, private label manufacturing supplier catalogs. They're actually giving you a full catalog. This comprehensive list of private label suppliers is designed to help you find the most suitable partners for your business needs. I mean, they're pretty much doing a plethora of the work for you. That's going to save you so much time. It's usually $708, which does make sense because of the amount of time they have to spend to vet this, and you get access to these awesome tools. You just click add, and then you can just proceed to checkout. And again, at the end of the day, to launch a product, it's going to be a lot more than this, and you want to make sure you do it right. So if you have the right tools, it's going to really help you succeed on Amazon. And that's why I use AMZScout myself almost every single day, and especially when I'm launching new products. This is going to be one of my go-to tools to make sure I'm finding the best products. And it's always exciting finding products, finding different sellers, talking to manufacturers, and then launching something that's successful by yourself. But it's important to have your own specialized tools and be able to talk to other Amazon sellers, like with the one-on-one mentor call, to make sure you're doing everything right the first time. Now, I'm also going to be going over briefly the top new AI tools that they have, and that's their AI listing builder and the AI review analyzer. So if we go to the AI listing builder, it's going to look like this. So you can actually create a listing, and it's going to help you with AI. So let's create listing. Now, one of the awesome parts about this is get from ASIN. So you can actually find out what keywords your competitor's using. So that way you use those keywords when you're creating the listing. So again, for an example, if this is one of our competitors, it's an organic chemistry kit, we can just type in the ASIN. So I'm going to get that ASIN. I'm going to come back here, input that ASIN into here, click get. And what it's pretty much going to do is grab all of their keywords: good chemistry, models, molecular, model, learning and educate. So many different things that you can use, and you can see what keywords they're ranking for and use some of these keywords to make sure you're not missing out on ones that are getting, let's say, 6,000 a month. Who would have thought orthomolecular, 15,000 a month views on Amazon, and it's up 64%. So I wouldn't have known this unless I utilized this tool, and this is why this tool helps, so you can get seen more. And of course, if you're creating your listing, right? So let's say our listing's very, very similar to theirs. Of course, we could copy their titles and their information and put it in here, or their bullet points, but we want to make it our own. Once we put in all the information into here and all these keywords, it can actually help us create the listing with AI. Right? So it's saying add at least 3 different keywords. So again, if we go from the ASIN and we copy some keywords in, then we can come back here, input the keywords, and then it's going to help us improve that listing utilizing AI and create our own listing pretty much. So it's a great way to have a template to start a listing and to optimize your listing and have everything you need to make sure your listing is the best it can be the first time. Next is going to be the AI review analyzer, and this is going to review the competitors' reviews on Amazon to show you what's good about their product and what needs improvement. So that way when you launch a product on Amazon, it's going to be better than theirs because you analyzed all of the reviews. Instead of going through all 7,000 reviews yourself, you can utilize AI to go through it and then make sure that you're saving a lot of time, money, and energy. Here's an example. If you put it into that tool, it's going to show you the top suggestions to improve the product, right? So improve the box design, fix the lid issues to prevent disorganization of pieces, add more carbon and hydrogen atoms, Include more instructional material. Maybe you can have video instructions in there as well. They can scan a QR code, it goes to YouTube, and boom, now you're solving that issue. Increase variety of included items, enhance material quality. So there's a few things that you can do if you were going to compete against them, or if this is your own product, it's going to automatically filter through the reviews so you can make your product better, or if you're competing against them, you can make a better product overall instead of going through all 7,000 reviews, right? So these two tools are really here to help you save time, money, and energy, and it's to organize your data super quickly and efficiently so you can succeed on Amazon. And that's it for today's training. I really appreciate you taking the time, and I hope you learned something new. Of course, if you want to extend your trial and have something real, just go to AMZScout.net, scroll down, and get this awesome yearly price. I don't know how long it's going to stay at $39.99, but I do recommend to also try at least one of the add-ons if you want to be an inventor, private label. If you wanted to be a reseller and be reselling like Nike, Pokemon, things like that, the booster pack for reselling is going to be good. If you don't know what to get, you could just, try one, try the other, try both, but it's completely up to you, and they do have a 10-day money-back guarantee, so can't beat that. I'm Josh Hackett, CEO of EHP Consulting Group, and I'm signing out.